All right, guys, here we are to talk about the Santa Clarita Diet, Season 2, Episode 9. So what happens in this episode, Lee?
This episode is heavily focused on clams.
It certainly is. Did you like how big that clam facility was?
Yes.
I was like, oh, they got a budget for clam facilities. That's
budget
pretty
for
dope.
a clam house.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Ruby's Clams.
Ruby's Clams.
We got some awesome... It's
Ruby and Joel had some interesting dialogue.
At this point, it's not even worth mentioning. Joel's witty stuff and just the little drop-ins. And you came on to me, let's be fair about this. And
Yeah.
she's like,
What did she say? Like, are you from Big Sea Meat or something? Like
something. Or she says, like, I'm going to show you my blah, 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 blah. And I might have let you see my clams. Or
yeah.
I'm like, oh, you.
No, but she had that little saucy wave to her. Like,
it was really good.
Yeah, she was a good actress. I liked her.
It was awesome. They had good chemistry. They had
I
good
wouldn't be
flow.
surprised if that girl was in something like some sort of a comedy in the next couple of years.
Okay.
Like she seemed like I'm like, this is probably a start to her career.
The clam lady,
Yeah,
Ruby?
the clam lady.
For all I know, she's been in 10 movies.
I think this was the start of her career.
Okay.
I don't know her at all. So
I have
she
absolutely no idea, yeah.
She could be famous, I have no idea.
Yeah.
But no, I like this
That was
episode.
Melissa McCarthy.
No. We saw our ball leg Nightman again. I was like,
yeah,
okay.
more of them.
That.
I don't like them, but there's more of them.
I'm not a big fan of them, no, to be honest with you.
They're
They're not
fine,
as
but-
fun and quirky as I was hoping they would be. They are good guys, presumably. They've done all the things that are good.
Oh, but they want to kill all the zombies.
Well, but
Yeah.
that's also in line with being good. They're
Well,
trying to
okay.
save the world. I'm sure they've not met any ones that have had this like procedure
Oh.
performed across them and are righteous and also trying to save the
I
world.
wonder if they know about the Serbian procedure. So
You'd think they know it all because
Yeah.
they're like the fucking Serbian knights.
I'm hoping that they become unlikely allies. But at the moment, they are pitted against each other because they want to kill all the zombies and Sheila's a zombie.
Yeah.
So whatever. So like they are good guys only in that Sheila and Joel are bad guys, right? If you want to play it like that.
Do
right.
you think
Understood.
that if you got bit by one of those clams, you would turn into a zombie?
I have no idea.
Because if the disease, if the zombie-itis, whatever it is, can get
Yes.
cross-species and clams have it, presumably those clams would bite fish. It would spread across the fucking ocean, and everything would get you.
Well,
Or it's
yes.
self-contained to clams and only received to us by eating it? Because the clam is clearly a zombie clam. It ate something.
Well, I don't even know if clams have those parts to physically even accomplish what that
I
clam
think they
did.
have tongues like that. I think they
have
have weird
that
opposable like
thing to do
yeah,
the thing.
I think they have something.
I guess they do, but I don't know. Well, because Sheila's stronger and faster. Yeah.
And
so,
no one has gained appendages or anything like
exactly.
that. So
That's why I was like,
yeah.
what is going on
I
here?
think that's a real clam thing. I think they
Well-
actually I think that's called their tongue.
Okay.
And I think they move with that.
They
I
go,
think that it drags them along the ocean. Yeah, I do believe I've seen that before.
Okay.
But when it's
'Cause it
open, they're
shot-
vulnerable, and
It shot out like a freaking...
I don't think it can do
Yeah.
that. That was some
Right.
Resident Evil shit, but
There you go.
it was fine.
It was fine. I don't know if that is a thing that the clams are either not clams, they're either like a crazy species of clam that does this instead of being a clam, or the clams are just infected with something else. That's a whole other layer.
But the issue
onto
is
the
that they
whole
were
thing or
caught
whatever.
in the wild. So, like,
Yes.
these were out there.
They were
and
caught-
we've established they breed like crazy.
They were caught 90 meters deep into a deep Serbian,
chasm or a
like
trench in
you know,
Serbia, yeah.
a Serbian lava tube deep beneath the basalt, or like some crazy deep, like dark.
and
thing
maybe
or
like
something like
they
that.
don't have the ability to get up and
Yeah.
out of that thing,
Yeah.
and they've
That
like
would be my
they
assumption.
can't breathe, and there's only a
Yeah.
couple of them down there, and he grabbed one.
Exactly. That's
But
my,
how did they get
that's my
infected in the
hope or
first
whatever.
place? What is the thing? And let's hope Mr.
Yeah.
Ball Legs Tattoo Dude can tell us about that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and we still don't know where Mr. Ball Legs fits in, related to if the clams are just infected with zombieism or
Maybe
whatever.
the ball legs are inside the clam, and they come out eventually.
That's what I assumed was going to happen, but then it was just a clam with a big tongue.
Yeah.
So I was disappointed on that one, but it's fine. It's totally fine.
It's fine.
It's
Maybe they'll
fine.
be like
It's fine.
they'll be like
fine.
the graboids, and they have different like phases.
It's a life cycle thing.
Yeah, that would be actually kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'm
like,
hoping.
Like if they live, they go to this stage, and then they go to that stage,
yeah, because they have
and then
various...
you spit up a ball, and that starts over again. But where does the clam get back around? It doesn't. Shut up.
Yeah, like part of me hopes that the clams are not even involved in the usual life cycle, and this is some weird thing that happened that reintroduced the thing.
Because it
Like-
doesn't seem like it could make sense, because we've already seen a cycle that led to the Mr. Ball Leg, and it would have to be Mr. Ball Leg then turns into a clam in order for that to work, and then the
They
clam
can't. Yeah, they can't
gets
have.
eaten and
yeah, clams
back
can't be
around.
a vital. I feel like this is going to be the Serbians in like ancient Serbians eradicated the zombie outbreak, but it was somehow kept away in these clams that were geologically isolated from the rest of the world,
Maybe.
and that's somehow the thing or whatever. I don't know. In general, though, we don't care too much about that. I'm just,
It's not make or break.
them. So like them spending time on it, the characters taking it seriously, but the writers not taking it seriously, leaves me desperate to know more about it, which is such a good like trick.
And
that
it could
they're doing to
easily
me.
be explained away, like they could flip to a page in the book and it says like
Oh,
the
clams.
clams of Metadon. You're like, oh my god,
Oh.
this is them.
Oh, duh! Great, yeah, exactly.
They cast the evil out of man into a clam.
I was hesitating to even bring that up, but I like pictured literally
Well,
they like
clams,
put the thing into the clam.
if I'm not mistaken, are like nature's water purifiers.
Did they drop in a line about that?
Did they?
Actually, I thought they might have.
I remember seeing a thing in
really cool.
Liberty Science Center where they had these tanks of dirty water, and they would throw the clams in, and then
in.
like within like a 40-minute period or something, they'd be clean again. They would
Become
cycle
clean.
it back around.
Yeah.
So like that's a
dope.
cool thing, and I could see them like, well, we throw the clam into the man's body, and it eats the ball leg thing, and then they become human again, and then we cast them into the chasm.
Exactly. They found a place
Something.
where the clams would never get free from because of whatever, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or they thought they
That
would
be
burn
super
them in
dope.
this lava trench or something, but they survived.
Ooh, okay. I'm digging it.
The
I'm digging it a lot.
hellfire, like that's
Something,
yeah,
yeah,
something.
Oh, it'd have to be 1,500 degrees to turn this thing out of dust. Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, that could be their plan.
Absolutely amazing.
But yeah, no. So what
Fun.
else happened?
The fun never stops.
in this episode?
I want to shift focus, even though
Sure.
we're not done with the main plot,
Go right
over
ahead.
to Eric and Abby.
Eric and Abby getting back together.
You know nothing of moths.
Yeah.
Was like
Actually,
I
that was
died.
painfully accurate. or
It's like,
whatever
although that was accurate, I laughed so hard at that. The whole stupid thing, because it's great to have this conflict between them, and then so like at the end of the day, right? And like sometimes shows mess this up, and like movies and media, right? But Abby's a dork at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
Her like power move was like one act of like violence, after securing the fact, right?
Yes.
When she was completely
Yeah, she has no
in, like, the right.
flirtability.
And she's so awkward. She's like, "How about you kiss me? Hello," and all this like horrible stuff.
Yeah.
And then,
mind you, all
yeah.
that would work if you're attractive.
of course,
But it's a TV show, so of course, fail.
she was really bad at it though, and Spen's really like, "What is going on here?" But I
Yeah.
love that Eric then swooped in. Like this is, and like it's very obvious and on the nose, but it's this excellent way of showing without having it be too whatever
Yes.
that like, oh no, but he does have useful skill sets, right? Just because someone doesn't
Certainly.
come through for you in this way, it
No,
doesn't
yeah,
mean
yeah.
you throw them away. It's just nice. It makes me feel good.
Yeah, and friendship is
happy.
about understanding
Yeah.
when someone can't do something or doesn't want to or won't. And
Yes.
you can't just be like, well, then fuck you if you can't do everything I need. That's not called friendship. That's slavery or some sort.
No, we had a thing when I was a million years ago, before I even knew you, before I even met you.
Before I was a gleam,
You might have been gleaming. I was in
I
high
might have been
school.
conceived.
Yes. We were all hanging out, and it was me and like a bunch of friends. And my one friend was like, "Oh, we're gonna go burn something into the football field for this like prank or something like that." And my other friend, that was more my friend than like their friends, was like really into it and like something. And then he was like, "No, you're going home with Lee." And then he was like, "What? We're not going?" And then I turned to my friend, and then I turned to my other friend, and he was like, "Lee wants no part of this. No, Lee's not coming with us for the thing." And I was like, "No, obviously not." And he was like, "Oh man," and he's like, "No." And we just didn't go, and it was the funniest thing ever. Where like he knew exactly that I would not want to do that because that's not the type of I am like an Eric type of person where I'm like I'm not doing that. Oh my god, I have a scholarship. I never had a scholarship, but I could have. So things like this resonate with me, I think, more than even they ordinarily would have. But super feel good, super awesome watching these characters.
No, and they finally clicked back together. We're probably going to see some smooching in the next episode.
Oh shit! You think for
I
this?
think that's the season
for
finale,
this season,
right?
Yeah. Okay.
That's episode 10's the last season. Last episode.
Yeah, one more episode.
I'm
this
gonna
season.
say there's gonna be some official something or
I
other,
think
and
it's
some
time.
awkwardness with his mother seeing it. We'll get a little knowledge of Mr. Ball Legs, and one more epic cliffhanger where they think they're caught, but it will turn out in the first episode of the next season that they are not.
Okay, because that's the other thing that happened more in this here is the
Yes.
cop lady. I really liked when Sheila hits her. Well, the cop hits Sheila right in the face,
And she's like,
and she has
"Oh!"
to be like, "What? Oh yeah, ow, no, that hurts. Oh, getting hit in the face hurts a lot."
And then ice on the wrong side,
And then
yeah.
wrong side. Oh yeah, like I was like, oh, that's pretty good. But then, yeah, the whole suspicion and the whole deal and the whole like, I love this whole thing where they think that they've helped and it's good. Okay, now it's good.
Just
And it's the
repeatedly
exact
fucked as
opposite and
hard as
all that stuff.
possible.
That's cute. I like how that's
Yeah,
developing.
that's a thing.
That's the thing.
Did we miss anything in this episode?
No,
I feel like we've zipped about.
we got to see Sven again, but that doesn't matter at all.
Sven is a dud. I
hope we never see him again.
I don't think we will.
He's just the object of Abby's affection.
I think we just like you had to have a thing. They just introduced that character. All right, we'll do that again.
They were like,
Perfect.
you know what? We should use Sven.
Yeah,
there.
one more time. We signed him for 2 episodes. Perfect.
They filmed it all in one day.
Yeah.
But going back then to we didn't quite touch upon exactly how the weird tattoo man and all the clan.
No, there has to be more with them for this finalization.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we'll actually get anything with them until the very end. It might just be them like no, you have to die, no, and the episode ends right when they get
These
to
are
them.
quick episodes. There's not much else to do.
There's not a lot of time. They're short, but they're delicious though.
Yeah. Awesome,
delicious.
But the rocket launcher, right? So they go there, and they have a nice they have a nice feel good thing too. I like the feel good stuff because they're using it. I feel like they're earning it and they're using it correctly. And they have the whole thing where it's like it was it was no one's fault, and you feel good. Like Joel's been carrying around this guilt, like he was the reason, right?
No,
and we resolve these character
I didn't even
issues.
remember that happening.
I don't know if
was that on screen.
I don't know.
And it certainly may have been because that would have been first episode. So I wouldn't have been paying attention as closely. I think
that cop friend of his who wants to smoke the doobies all the time that he broke up with in that other scene. I think that was with him, and they talked about it. I do think I remember context.
them smoking.
Something was something there, but yeah.
Yeah, smoking was more heavily introduced in the first season.
Yeah. But I think one of the times we saw them doing that, or one of the times we didn't see anything with this dog video. I think. I hope not.
I
otherwise,
don't think so.
I'm creating memories on the fly to fill in I have seen that, but I don't think I did.
No.
But yeah, nice moment. They're shucking the clams. They're doing it all themselves. I was worried that they were gonna leave with some of the clams, and that was gonna cause a problem where they didn't destroy all the clams.
They
or
still
something
have
like
one
that.
at least.
Well, yes, definitely one. But I thought they were putting the clams into the truck. So now there are some clams in the truck that weren't destroyed or something.
Well,
but seemingly
even
not,
if they're not destroyed, they still had the facility to burn them, and they could still do that right now. So
they didn't
I
need
wouldn't
them.
worry about that.
At the end, he's taking off the stuff, mission accomplished. It's a minor.
I don't know that one rocket would do
none of that. No,
all
absolutely
that.
not.
And even if it did, it wouldn't deliver a 1,500-degree blast to every piece of it.
And I don't know if because I think
certainly not a sustained 1,500 degrees.
I think it was in the same episode, maybe to make us. I don't know. I think that the show wants us to believe that the clams have been taken care of, even though logistically it seems like that's not possible.
Because let's just think about this for a second. You fire a rocket launcher into a building. Let's say the whole building exploded. All right, cool, but they were in water.
No,
and they've proven to be indestructible unless burned.
No.
I don't know if that water could what is it? Would that be sublimation? When it goes from water to gas?
No.
Or not water, no, it'd be solid to gas. That's not sublimation. That would be just evaporation.
Yeah, steamifying.
It would have to be instantaneously turned to steam, all of it, and then fired upon those clams.
The temperature would have to be that's not how rocket launchers work. But the show may not care. I don't know with a comedy like this that's meant to be lighter if it's fine that the show.
I think it will be resolved. I think there will not be an issue at all unless they want her to be one clam got out, but it's in the desert.
Yeah, slowly.
Yeah,
going across the thing. Yeah, killer clams from outer space would be a funny direction to take this.
Sure,
but I don't know how much we're going there. It's fine. If there's one clam, maybe it's pregnant. Maybe it has more clam babies over time.
Certainly possible. So those are.
We only have one episode left. There's going to be a season 3. I'm interested to see what they do here and what I'm left hanging on going into season 3.
Yeah, we've made some wild predictions as to what could happen in this next episode, but more than anything, I just want to watch it and see what it is because we got to wait probably 6-7 months before the next season's going to come out, and that's torturous. So let us know in the comments below what you think is going to happen. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, internets. I just love watching JustDaggers. If you've enjoyed this video as much as I have, click that subscribe button. Peace out, homies.